be resonating with so many of you, as nobody is liberated from that subject of pain. And I met a lot of curiosity that was circulating around this subject, my personal curiosity. And until this day, I keeping unraveling the insights of why we have pain in our life, what can we do to transform it into joy, and in the first place, what the pain meaning is. Why do we have it? What is the purpose of the pain? And this is something I want to talk to all of you and to provide you a support, because I know how hard this can be when you're experiencing painful periods in your life and may feel very lonely and very isolated. And the first thought that I would love to express is that absolutely everyone experiencing pain. It may seem when we're walking around outside and doing our daily lives that other people not experiencing pain. It's just because everyone is hiding it so deeply, and everyone is such a beautiful actor, because that's how we've been taught to cover up the pain, to hide the pain, to not to show the pain, because pain is bad. And another myth that being created by our society is that pain needs to be illuminated immediately. Doesn't matter what it costs, we just need to take a painkiller or painkiller shot and just illuminate it so it doesn't bother us anymore. But let's come back to the whole sense and whole purpose of the pain. First and foremost, there is a two types of pain. There is an emotional pain and there is physical pain. And we are the creations that have this spiritual emotional side and have the physical side of us. And I cannot say that emotional pain is easier. Sometimes it's way harder and deeper to go through than the physical pain. So the definition of the pain in general is basically our navigation system. Pain navigates us to the places where we don't want to go, where we do not need to go. Because in this dense reality, in this physical reality, the only way for us at this big planet school to learn is to be stopped when we're crossing the line of something that's not supposed to be done. And that's how we're learning, is as soon as we all learning here on this planet, there is nobody who is a profound how would I say that, the one who's already finished the education. That nobody finished education until the rest of the transition of the day. So it's a continuing ongoing process, and it is essential to accept pain and to understand that this is our friend. Why it is our friend? Because if we would not experiencing pain, we would do things without limits, and that's our human nature. We're learning the essentials for our life, and we're learning that balance. The balance is the key for life, and the pain steps in with this balance being crossed over. So this way we understand, oh, all right, that's my balance. And for every human being, the balance is it may seem a little bit different in a different proportions. And I will start talking about the physical pain. Our body is extremely wise biotechnology, spiritual technology, and it works in its own autonomy. It doesn't ask us when the heart should be beating or not, when our digestive system should work or not. It's just doing it for us. It's humbly serving us through the life, but we are not paying attention to serve it back and to create the resources and the maintenance for our bodies. So the pain steps in and showing us where we didn't pay attention. The pain is also pain in the body. They're also connected to the external circumstances that are happening in our life. It's a biological response of our body that tells us that we do not want to go there, because it's also connected to our heart, to our soul. It has its own intelligence. And this intelligence co-created together with our spirit. So what I'm trying to say is, when you have certain event in your life and you have a stomach cramps and you already know that you don't want to go there, this is not for you, but you're still forcing yourself to go because your mind's saying so, that's how it happens. That's how your body and your subconscious is already know that is not your way, and it stops you. But in general, pain is a signal. And interestingly, each part of our body, each organ is sending its own message. Headaches, it's one message. Throat, another message. Eyes, another message. And this is completely a separate conversation to spread the light on those subjects, to show how different organs and different parts of the body and pain in these places are connected to our life, the translation of these messages. And I will record another video on that. But the pain in different parts of the body is just speaks to us. It shows us where we need to reconsider our thoughts, our decisions, our lifestyles. And it's always for our good. It always trying to stop us so we do not go further away from ourselves. And when we are taking painkillers or numbing out the pain, it's very famous metaphor is when you're putting the band-aid on the bleeding part of your body, and what it's going to do is not going to heal it. You're just trying to cover it, but it's still there. Its existence doesn't go nowhere. That's why change relationship to the pain in our society is going to be a huge breakthrough, because right now we're running from the pain. We're running from the drama connected to it. We're not accepting it. We're not taught to listen to it. Right now, maybe a few years ago, I wasn't there mentally myself. But right now, as soon as I have any signal in my body, right away, the first question I ask, what are you showing me? What are you telling me? With the respect and honor, I am talking to it, because it arises there for a reason. And it's been years since I stopped living life thinking that, oh, it's just happened. I just feel that, oh, just like a little shoulder pain or, a little neck pain. No. Right now, I'm very precisely looking into the each pain body that arising in me. And I'm talking to it. And then maybe not exactly in the same moment, but a little bit later, the answers are going to start coming if you're keeping yourself open, if you're keeping yourself accountable. The most important thing is not to be afraid, because fear only going to put us further away from what we need to learn and what we need to go through. So to say it's simpler, it's going to make it worse. By running away from challenges, we're creating more challenges. And acceptance that I have to go through this, but then I'm choosing, am I going through this with the grace Am I going through this open and strong and supported by God, or how am I do this? So there comes the responsibility. And when you become responsible for everything you're feeling, including pain, the different chapter of your life starts to be open in front of you, because there is no more doctors that need to help you, only in extreme situations. To have modern medicine is very big blessing, but only in a very urgent extreme situations. And also those situations are happen for a reason. So there is different degrees of pain. Usually how it works, the pain starts showing up in the little particles. It's a little cold, very quiet, very gentle. But then when we're ignoring it, or when we're numbing it out, it starts knocking louder. It may come from another side, and then louder, and then louder. And the dramatic events, the purpose of these dramatic events is to create a really significant wake-up call, because that's what usually transforms people. Some disease, some illness, and that's what creates that force for a person to start making different steps and to start to really be present and observe what's going on and what to do with their lives. So I hope this helping you to understand the purpose of why we feel painful and how it's all interconnected with our destiny and with our choices, and understanding that just reformatting the thought process about that pain is my friend or pain is my navigation. And so let me just listen to what comes my way and stop in the moment when it's not too late, because there is always an opportunity. We're just not taking these opportunities. Emotional pain is exactly the same thing. It just feels different. It doesn't feel like something physical, but it feels, like I mentioned before, even stronger sometimes, because it's connected to our soul, and those frequencies are very powerful. And again, paying attention on this emotional pain instead of taking some pills that may numb it out just for a little moment, but then it creates addiction, and it also takes the whole responsibility out of you. You're not anymore in control of your state, of yourself, of your body, of your mind, of your destiny, and then you're completely not in charge. So any addiction is not a solution, and the medical addiction is exactly the same addiction like any other addiction to medications. And again, why we're falling into this, because of the wrong perceptions, wrong belief systems, that if it's a pharmacy, everything is good inside of the pharmacy. If I'm going to the doctor knows better for me. It is important right now to step back and to look, is it true? And to take the responsibility for your life and for your body and for your mind and for the quality of your being completely on yourself, and use the services of medical and doctors only when it's a big necessity. I'm a big believer that we are transitioning right now, and this is what I've been receiving, that we're transitioning to the point where we no longer need any pain. But this is the process. And this process starting first from us understanding the purposes of pain first. Saying first 2 times. It is first. It is first the awareness, understanding it's there for me until we do not need it at all. So Everything in our life is there until it doesn't serve its purpose anymore. Even if you maybe notice there is some lesson comes your way and then it disappears when you learned it. Because you learned it, there is no more purpose for it. The same with the pain, until the humanity needs pain as a catalyzer, as a force for us to change, for us to listen, for us to really step into our balance, into our purpose self, into our God self, creator self. We will be having the pain as a navigation system. But as you noticed, also coming back to the yogi traditions, these people almost never been sick or never been sick. And the numbers, I will tell you, these people was living up to 400 years old, ancient, but nobody talks about it because it's such a rarity, and they're hiding. They're not showing up in society and talk everywhere about their lives. And their lives is pain-free because they achieved that balance between their mind, between their body, between their spirit. Everything is in tuned in a very balanced state. And for that, the pain, the diseases, the mental illnesses has no purpose to be there, because they don't need it there. So as you see, it's a deep internal work, and it's an individual work. The beautiful thing, and maybe a little bit challenging thing, that nobody will do it for us. Each person, individual, need to look at their closet and to see what to do with it, what to do with all the combination of the of the stuff that they collected through the life, and be honest and start to put it in places. That's how it's starting, the process of purification, the process of self-honesty. And when we're going to stop relying on the external sources to help us, we will see a tremendous change. Because most of the time, when there is some pain or some illness happening, we're blaming something else, we're blaming somebody else, we're blaming external, and then we're going towards external to help us to numb it out. So the main message is change the construction of the mind. Here is a key. Change the belief system, because our belief systems, they are running our lives and our destinies and our choices. And pain is a very, very, very strong tool. And that's why it exists. Because there is no one human being who wants to experience it. Everyone tried to just run away from it. But what if we do opposite? What if we run towards it and we talk to it and we connect to it? It will be totally different. Everything will start changing for every single of you. And I truly hope that my experience, because I had a lot of pain in my life, physical and emotional, that's why, being so tired of experiencing all types of pain, I made my decision to be fully in charge and to start talk to it in the early stages, immediately asking questions, immediately making different choices, listening. And right now, at this point of my life, I can tell it is the best position I ever been. I cannot say that is easy. I cannot say I don't have challenges. Yes, I do, of course. But the process that's been renavigated from being consumed by suffering and pain, now meeting it face to face and being in full control of what I would love to do from here with it, with this message, that's changed my reality entirely. And the physical body stopped being sick. So I wish all of you to meet yourself closely, to connect with yourself closely. And if there is any pain in you right now, in your body, in your emotional body, please connect with it. Don't run away from it. Speak to it. And trust me, you will see that step by step by step, if you are listening, if you're making the change, you will see how it's going to step away and new perspectives going to open up. You will see the answers and you will see what you have to do. Don't be afraid of pain. We're all going through the same process. We're all learning, and it's not something that can be called pleasurable. But you are not alone. All humanity going through the same challenges. We're all on this together. And this is our collective work. And for that, I'm sending you love and support in any space, physically, emotionally, where you stand right now. And please share this message if there is someone who needs to hear it and who needs to make this shift from the place that seems hopeless to the place where you're accountable, where you're commanding your power as a creator. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening. And again, would love to say, if you would love to learn more about Neosutras movement, Neosutras art, we are creating highly vibrational content and entertainment, conscious entertainment and artistry to awake the wisdom within people, to share our experiences. And you can learn about it on our website, www.neosutras.net. It's also in the description of this video. And please subscribe to this channel and like this video. I don't mean to say to do so, but if you resonate with that, there's going to be much more unfiltered wisdom, unfiltered shares, and we would love to build a beautiful community all together. Thank you so much for watching. I will read the comments. Thank you so much for tuning in. Memorable Yards Comedy, thank you. And see you all in the next episode.